What's going on, y'all? This is Low.
This is Key, and we're low key.
What have you created today?
Yes, what have you guys created today?
Like, what have you came out of the thinking stuff with? Everything that's in between matter is called the thinking stuff, and that's what you could use for mental creation. So what have you come up with? What have you created? If you haven't created anything, it's because you haven't put the action, towards the thing. But it's all good. It's never too late. The Creator gave you another day. Let's make it happen. So what we talking about today, babe?
Focus.
Focus. Now, everybody had thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think? Do you think it's easier to think a thing, or is it easier to bring it to life?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because we're dealing with two separate things. Is it easy to come up with the thought in your head?
No.
Or is it easier to bring it to life?
I think for majority of people, it's easy to think things.
I agree.
It's easy to think things, and it's harder to bring it to life because I think people think about the in-between, like to think it and to bring it to life and what it entails to bring it to fruition.
Yeah.
So they get scared.
Most people live and die with the thought the baby is still inside of the head. I think it's out of fear most of the time, because the action is what stands in between the thought up here and the thing coming to life.
Absolutely.
And in the action, you find out the person that you need to become in order to, to be that thing. And in all of those trials and tribulations, you can't compare yourself to people. You don't count the money that you spent or the time that it took, because it's your journey. The only thing that's keeping you away from pulling the baby out of your head and really making it real is your focus. Your focus is, it very well could be why it's taking so long.
That's true.
Or why you haven't even started yet. Because we focus on the wrong things throughout the day. We're not compartmentalizing properly. Other things that's right in front of us, like, could take precedence over the mental creation, because it seems like that is what's important.
Right.
When once you do that, like, it doesn't even matter anymore. What you think, babe?
Yeah, I agree. It's the lack of focus on any given thought. It's the lack of focus. I don't think it's the end, so much as the end result, but it's the actual focus and the action, like you say, to get it done. I think people worry about how to get it done, or if they can get it done. Like, if you had the thought, then obviously you can get it done, because the higher part of yourself already know, like, oh yeah, you want that? Yeah, we can do that. But you as the individual, I think we so much focus on the 3D aspect, like the physical of what we can see right now. Because you can start to act on a thought, and then there's a distraction. Boom. Focus is like,
though, it's real.
And then you turn around and you like, man, I was working, and they say it takes 20 minutes for you to get back on focus once you're distracted. 20 minutes.
And that's a lot of minutes.
I read that. 20 minutes for you to literally get back. So just imagine every time your phone ding, every time you get a phone call, every time you go to the bathroom, every time you take a break, every time you, like, it's 20 minutes to get back on track because your mind is still stuck. And then the next thing you know, in transition, when you're transitioning from one task to the other, so you finish one and you go into the next, in between you try to check your emails, you doing all this other stuff, and then you end up going over the time. It's just like in school, remember changing periods?
Yeah.
And you got like 4 or 5 minutes to get to your next class.
Yep.
And how much stuff you trying to get done before you get to your next class.
It's real.
And you never get there on time because you not focusing on getting to class.
Never get there on time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Lack of focus.
So, like, we telling y'all stuff because we know if you want to do something great, it is balance. It's always this and this. Like, both sides is important.
Absolutely.
The thought is important. And the ability to walk beside that thought and to hold that thought. The other energy is the energy that holds the thought accountable and watches over the thought so the thought won't stray. And that is the will. You gotta force your will upon your thoughts, you know, and understand that emotions, situations, that's not you. You know, you have to put that to the side and you gotta force your will upon the things that you want.
Absolutely.
You got something else?
That's it, man.
I'm Low.
This is Key. I'm a Low Key.
Like, comment,
and subscribe.
Peace.